Hi guys, Michiana Fisherman here. Just let me read you this funny story my dad used to tell about work. It's called Man in the Trunk. One funny story my dad told about work. It's easy to tell because no one got hurt. A man came in because the back window in his car had a leak. At least that's what he thought, because they had put a new one in the previous week. Now, my dad says he himself had sealed it and knew it wasn't true, but the customer was showing him the water, so what could he do? Telling the man to wait in the office and he would check and see, grabbing a garden hose and a flashlight and asking one of his fellow employees. Owen, with a flashlight and a rag, stepped into the trunk and shut the lid to begin. Dad saying, "I'll spray the water so we can find where the water is coming in." Little did they know in the office an argument began. The owner saying, "We're not going to seal it again." You see, my dad knew the glass couldn't leak. It had to be elsewhere. But he checked it anyway to get the guy out of his hair. The owner kept saying, "It's not our problem." The customer didn't like what he was hearing from them. And after some words were exchanged, things were getting hot. The customer said, "You're going to seal it." And the owner said, "We're not." The guy came storming out of the office and jumped in his car fast. He took off as my dad was still spraying water on the glass. Of course, there was still a man in the trunk. I always wondered just what he thunk, riding down the road to who knows where, with a flashlight keeping it lit up in there. I heard Owen started yelling and banging on the lid parts, and I also heard the guy pulled over down the road and parked, opening the trunk, and there was Owen about to smother. I can imagine the look on both their faces when they seen each other. The customer calmed down and helped Owen climb down. And then he decided he better turn back around. Returning to the shop, they were glad to see that Owen was let out and was in the front seat. They had a laugh, and good news it seemed. The glass wasn't leaking. It was a bad body seam.